truth, the lies, and politics. Informative, educative, and analytical. Getting to the real issues that affect an ordinary individual in areas of leadership, governance, social, and economy. The truth, the lies, and politics.
We do welcome you back to The Truth, Lies, and Politics here on Spirit TV. My name is Paul Ekurot Eki, and in studio with me is Dr. Naboth Cole. I have Counsel Ronald Tugume and Mr. Charles Romushana, who was emphasizing the point of integrity, some years ago. And he's saying that there is a history that has been made. What were we talking about? We're having an overview of just the SEC voting that took place today, but started from Monday. Today it will go on until the end of the week, and some results are coming through from today's election, and some surprises, some interesting reports. But let's go to, during that time, in the CA, and as you talk about the Constitution and the integrity. Charles, you are emphasizing that point of integrity.
I think I'll go, let me leave that, for want of time, really. But you have someone purporting to deputize Mr. Museveni, but before a huge mass of people, Mr. Museveni has collected the country over into that forgery called the delegates conference, and he's telling him in the face, she's telling him in the face, we together contributed in the construction of what you call a mass party, and it's now overrun by decay, and you've been the presiding officer. That's a good moment. She's a woman of courage. Tell him in the face. Others have run away. They are quarreling somewhere else. So she has told him in the face, we will face it. The following are taking place. This is how money is distributed. This is how things are done. And they have not contested
that speech. Yes.
They have not contested them. All of them have condemned them, but she's told him, this is what it is. This is what you preside over. Decay. And I'm not going to run off from you. Let me face your machine. But anyway, I was moved by the accusation by Anita Mong that she presided over Parliament that passed a motion of displeasure.
What do you mean
in
by
the president? That was one of the accusations in the neck. That Kadaga presided over Parliament that passed a motion of displeasure in Mr. Museveni. Never mind that Mr. Museveni has written to Among abusing Parliament. You remember this time when he was returning the budget, the bill. But Parliament passed a motion of displeasure. And she promised when she's a speaker, that would never happen. Parliament, which we gave power to censure ministers and to remove a president. For her, she's promising
it will never happen.
The Parliament would never even show displeasure on how Mr. Museveni conducts business. He can do as he pleases. In other words, the constitution collapsed with her. There was a lady called Nevan. You know her?
Yes.
She died. When she died, there were two lines to follow. The first line was she had been murdered. And Mr. Museveni and his government say she took drugs. She died of drugs. In other words, police now was not going to investigate the possibility of murder. because Mr. Museveni's position was final. It was drugs. Kadaga said, no, I know this girl. She does not take drugs. So we as a parliament are going to find out, did she take drugs? Because that's a question of science.
Yes.
That's a question of science. And Kadaga was pursuing the truth for her member of parliament. So they got the pieces of her, samples of her liver, I think, and Bariumus was in charge.
Fly them to attack. Yes.
Bariumus was in charge of that internal investigation of parliament, for parliament to know, because she was an employee of the parliamentary commission. And Bariumus was arrested.
Yes.
I went and saw him. I went to Chira and saw him in Sandoz. Crime that was overseeing an investigation whether actually this woman took drugs. Now when they got the report, Mr. Museveni stopped them from receiving it, from receiving their own report. And the words he used are, over my dead body. Parliament will not. And I remember I saw him on TV saying, CID will visit Kadaga, i.e. the speaker, and say, Madam Speaker, you can make a statement. Because for us, we know she died of drugs, but if you are saying she was murdered, then you can give us a statement on who actually murdered her. I saw that. Like the way I've seen the death of Oranya, the father, saying that he was poisoned, and Mr. Museveni threatening anybody who will say poisoning, he will arrest you. Get? No, but nobody has said it's you. You get? Nobody has said it's A, B, C, D. But they are saying, if it is poisoning, you get a piece, a sample, and check. It can be proved scientifically. So anyway, I knew that for Kadaga's either naivety, because she didn't know how NRM operates, or her crave to pursue truth would land her in trouble. It was a question of time. But let me say this and then end. I had my neighbor say, this question maybe God would answer. I wanted to inform him, now in churches, our churches now God is for sale. we have a bigger issue to advise our people not to advertise God and who put him on sale. But the consensus in northern Uganda and the consensus in eastern Uganda is the Mukuras with the NRA, like Mukuras and the NRA, led militias that massacred people.
The Mukuras.
This was Arab boys.
Mike Mukula.
They were the ones who mobilized the militias in their hunt for alleged hunt of NRA. They wiped out villages and massacred children, etc. People are not demanding a report on the massacre of their children. No. They are instead demanding compensation for cows, on cows.
Yes, and he was there some time back talking about.
They are not asking. It's like the Bakonjo now. They were buried in the mass graves. But if they begin asking you for goats, that yes, when you were killing us here, you also took our chicken. Please compensate us on our chicken. And you see that consensus into an entire region. But a region that has become your militias, armed, and a region that has now become your delegates. But a region that is aiming at people you used to kill them, to eliminate them. That's at a political level. They are aiming to wipe them out with the ferociously. You need now to worry. Not to worry. To worry, because I was checking the results on the demise of Jim Mwezi. This vote was not against Jim Mwezi.
Who was the vote against?
You go and check the results. The ones who are voting are former soldiers. The veterans are former soldiers. Yes. But
lieutenant retired.
No, for you, I think about rank, even if it was a bottle of water, they would have voted that bottle of water. For them, they were ready for the alternative, just to send a message. But the ones who are sending a message are soldiers, are former soldiers of the entire region. Or you go and check the regions, it's zeros. It's like he had them. You get the. You see, it's not possible for a person like Kadaga to get 0 in a district. It's not possible. I can tell you this. But this was voting by lining, and they were on instructions. So you pick interest in those who have voted for Kadaga because they were rebellious. You get. They were being monitored, that I know. But anyway, you go to the other consensus. That what is coming for this country is so bad. It's so bad that to survive it, we must think twice. Because normally what saves the country is political consciousness. So this one who was my neighbor who was contesting me, I think 2 weeks ago or a week ago. Iban, don't talk about our NRM darling. Now he's saying it's now only God. So you would need them. You would need the likes of these activists to cool down, this ugly scenario where you have a community that is in consensus in hate, but they are concealing that hate. You get, they work, they immobilize to plant someone on you. The one they have planted against Mike Mukura is a symbol of hate. You see, we hate you so much, and we've given you our own. We have removed the one whom we used to frag. And I have seen NRA fall for it. In other words, it has been so boxed. Because I have had discussions with a number of top level. Each list Chwanda you see in Uganda is more or less, I don't know how I can put it. The last person that should have been sacrificed in Uganda is Chwanda. Because Chwanda stood for Museveni in very complicated terrain. But you have a mob.
That has decided.
If he chose salvage them, we would have salvaged them. But the wave is so big, because the ones who would have helped him in intelligence, those who are in intelligence, the Rugabas and what, they are also in their childish things of Piero. You get. So I really don't know his own save Uganda, but it's good. It's good. We because I've always told you that we need to die and die sufficiently. We've not paid. We've not died sufficiently for people to draw very serious lessons.
Thank you. But you've left us with a dim picture there, grim one. Council, but help us understand the legal mandate, SEC, NEC. We shall then get into other conversations from there.
Okay, I'm struggling to understand your question, legal mandate.
Yes, the difference, because
you just want to understand. You want to understand what is NEC, what is SEC.
Some people would think there's an overlapping role between the NEC. It's just that one is a bigger group than the other. But yes, and they're doing the same things.
Okay, this is how you can see it. But before you throw more light about it, let me just
please feel free. Please feel
have some reactions to Mr. Romushana's submission. There is always hope.
There is always hope.
Yes. Even at the bottom of the pit, there is always a way out, and it is trying to go up. You don't normally it is not normally. So there is always hope, and I want Ugandans to really not to lose hope. But as a country, I think there should be some trumpet blown. Every individual must start rethinking their integrity compass. And we should not gloat about, because now people are laughing, the social medias are making jokes, memes are being made.
Unfortunately.
But I am telling you, we are headed full steam for an iceberg. Those of you who have watched that movie called Titanic, the guy had opened all the cylinders the captain had ordered full steam ahead.
Yes.
That is how we are. And you know how that story ended. But of course, there were some survivors. I think the last one died, is it last year or something?
Yes.
So there are always survivors, and I'm praying that we shall be among those survivors. But this sheep, anyway. But I want to correct Mr. Romushana. When I was last year, I said that the NRM has structures. I did not talk to their integrity,
You say
because there are two different things. You see, when you have a party which says we have this, we have this, we have this, if this one is, you need help here, you go to this one, that is good. Now, as to whether those systems will work is a question for another day.
But they are there.
But they are there.
Yes.
And we have to applaud that. Because in some scenarios, that is, you have one. So, NEC and SEC. According to the constitution of the NRM, we have something called the National Conference.
Yes.
That is the top
Organ.
top organ of the NRM. It is what you are seeing in Kororo.
The National Conference.
The National Conference. That is the pinnacle. Right below it, we have what we call the National Executive Committee.
Okay.
Now, this is the committee which has the SEC members, the district chairpersons, local government chairpersons, and the SIGs, special interest groups, plus some recommended members.
By the chairperson.
Now, when the National Executive Committee convenes, they convene into a conference.
Yes.
And that is why you see they are the ones deciding the leaders of the party,
Yes.
the members of NEC. The members of SEC.
Yes.
Because NEC is decided
By.
in the electorate.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So if you want to see it properly,
That is the party primary.
so yes, so if you want to understand it, let's look at, compared with government, that the NEC is the parliament,
Okay.
the SEC is the cabinet. You understand? Yes. So the SEC is actually beneath, if it is a hierarchy, National Conference, National Executive Committee, then the Central Executive Committee.
Okay.
That is how they go. Now, when we are not in politics, when the government is ruling,
Is running. Yes.
when the government is now operational, the most important organ is the Central Executive Committee,
Okay.
because it is the easiest to conveniently convene.
And it's the smaller. It's
It can convene at a short call, and it has the power to give policy, to advise on caucuses.
Isn't it the highest decision-making body?
No, no. They can recommend vet appointments, recommend appointments. That is SEC for you.
And that they decided that the meeting in that will be happening at the State House in India.
Not that they decided. The chairperson is the head of the SEC. So it is his duty to convene the SEC. So when the chairperson says we are meeting at 8 at Africana, and also the next time says we are meeting at 8 at Africana, you can't say that the SEC decided to be meeting at Africana. It's just that the chairperson finds that the most convenient venue. And maybe also because of schedule purposes. He might be having other state functions, and in the middle there throws in a cassette, and it does not make sense for him to drive to another venue or something like that. But ordinarily, the SEC should be meeting in party premises, not in government institutions. Yes, because this is party business strictly, and also that's one of the challenges we have found as a country, that it is now very difficult to separate party business from the state. We are fused. So, I hope now I've thrown more light on but the National Executive Committee is the supreme body in terms of how the party runs. They give the general oversight, even over SEC. They can summon SEC.
The national.
Yes. Executive
Committee.
Someone said
it's the body that oversees SEC.
it's
So
the one
SEC is
that
like an agent of the National Executive Committee.
So the thought that some, because when you ask some of the individuals around,
They think
thought
SEC is
that
above NEC.
SEC is above and
No.
has
No.
too much power centralized within.
Yes, the power of SEC is derived from NEC.
Okay.
Remember, it is NEC which chooses these people. It's like how I told you that you choose people to go to. You have parliamentarians, and from the parliamentarians they pick ministers.
The cabinet.
When those ministers, time reaches, the parliament summons them. But when they are working there, they work with full power. But when they do anything, parliament says, you come sit here, tell us, minister, what is this, what is this, what is this. You understand? So that is how also the SEC is, with the relationship between SEC and NEC. It has powers, it is a very powerful institution, but it is using the delegated powers from the NEC.
Yes. Yes.
But it is free to act independently,
Yes.
but must account. But and as you have seen, the national chairperson is the chair,
Yes. Of that.
and yet is also the chair of the NEC. so it is. But in simple terms, we have the national conference,
Alright.
the national executive committee, and then SEC down here.
Alright.
Yes. So SEC is the third in the tier.
Okay.
Yes.
Just something that that is happening. I just want to give a perspective. The people that have lost, all right, or that have lost out, one wonders whether that creates a bigger rift within the party. Say, you have people who spent a lot of money, now they haven't made it through. Does that pose a difficult question,
First and
for the party?
First and foremost,
Difficult
Eki,
situation, yes.
nobody
Has,
is told to spend money. So if you spend money in an election,
it is on you.
whatever amount it is,
Yeah.
whether it is paining you, whether it was borrowed, that is your problem. It doesn't become a party problem. You understand? Me, I don't want anybody to cry, now I put in my money and now I have lost. No. That really, what are you talking
party
about?
culture.
What are you trying to tell us? I believe, me, I was in an election.
Very good one, yes.
And I lost. But I have not told anybody that, oh, my money. No, this is something you come out of a conviction, out of maybe you have a dream or you want to pursue, and you say, and it involves investing. It involves mobilization. And all this means money. Now, if you put in that money and you lose, you don't make it any other person's problem. It is not the NRM's problem, it is not your voters' problem, it is your personal problem. Because when you were spending this money, you didn't consult the party, you didn't consult the voters, you sat down somewhere and made a budget for your campaign, and you spent it. So if you lose, I don't think you should become a problem to anybody. Maybe the question we should be asking, members of the party who feel that they were unjustifiably, unfairly denied victory. Those are people who the party should be concerned about, and that is why they put an avenue, like the tribunal, to petition for you to get another chance to present your case.
And is that the case for the SEC also?
Now, for the SEC, I would have a precedent. You see, I have not seen a tribunal for the SEC. And I also don't know, this SEC interest is a new thing. This do or die business for SEC is a new thing in NRM. They have not been this very riotous and chaotic and what. But I want you to see that it is a growing vice. I want to call it a vice. Because I don't know, and I really pray that I get to understand this. It is not adding up to me. Something is not adding up. what is this scampering and forceful and, you know, all guns blazing desire for these positions called SEC positions? What is there? Because it is not like a paying job.
No.
It is not, doesn't have pecs. What is making people draw all this blood? Something is not adding up, and I'm really searching what is it. I had a colleague, I had a friend of mine, he, unfortunately he passed away. He was called Repair Peter. He was a member of SEC.
Yes.
If he didn't tell you, you wouldn't know he's a member of SEC. Because you live an ordinary life. You are a normal person. You just go to meet the chairperson to discuss issues in case there is a controversial matter in Parliament or an appointment somewhere. But apart from that, it is not a full-time job. It is you in a year they might be meeting less than 20 times.
20 is a lot.
In a year. So
that's very sad.
Yeah, but I'm wondering, things are not adding up for me. Things are not adding up for me. Why are people so passionate and spending all this money and doing all unthinkable things
because I need
at a national level, in a public way?
It's worrying because there have been videos of you know, on social media of people coming out saying, we want money. Everyone has been given money. Everyone.
Yeah, but there is one thing. But Eki, there is one thing, people wanting money, and then there is another thing, you giving them the money. Because people will always want the money, but why are you paying? Evidence. Why are you paying 5 million, 10 million, taking people to Eldoret, taking people to Chigari, taking people to hotels just to get a position which tomorrow, after you have been appointed in that position, you are going to be the word is actually, I want to use the word journalists use. What is the word journalists use? Freelance. It's almost a freelance appointment. You come as and when there is need, and you pick a transport allowance and you go away. Well, what is really, it is not adding up to me. But I think, and I would like to suggest, as a party, we need to urgently revisit our electoral processes in the party. And one of the things I'm not ashamed to talk about, I think we need to change the whole electoral commission in our party. All of them. Because I know some who have been there for 15 years plus. And they are superintending, these vices, and each cycle they just are escalating in magnitude. Yes. So we need a shake-up.
Yes.
And I'm not saying this out of, I don't have a personal vendetta. I'm just adding statistically. I have studied statistically since 2016. Yes. Something changed in NRM elections. 2016, 2021, 2025. Something has changed in NRM elections, and it has just kept growing for the worse. And who are the people superintending? The same people.
From 20.
Some of whom even are on now cameras being shown failing at their job. They showed the whole commissioner counting from 50 to 80, from 160 to 170, 180, 190. Public, and this is a person in the first place. No, yes, and I'm telling you that now people are blaming the juniors, yes. But now they are boss.
But now if they give you instructions,
they are boss. Yeah. For me, that is a question for another day. Me, I'm talking as a genuine NRM member who chooses to ignore whether the electoral commission is on instructions or what. We want to see for the purposes of the party. I think we don't need to look very far away. First, let's start from that commission. That commission, 2016 to today. Study the nature of elections, study the nature of grievances, study the nature of violence, study everything, and then look at the behavior of these people. Because I don't understand what a whole chairperson of an electoral commission is doing tallying voters, counting a vote.
Manpower.
No. No, I want to tell you that therein lies the problem.
Why is it?
Therein lies the problem. It's like you finding Byabakama sitting at Nakasero polling station counting votes. 1, 2, 3. No.
Yeah.
No. Then tomorrow, who is going to be the auditor? Because you are the final recipient of results. And now you are involved in the primary acquisition of studies. Who is going to audit you now? So me, I am telling you,
yes,
as a party,
yes,
things are not good, but there is hope. And electoral processes in the party we need a think tank to sit down, and me, I even believe we should stop this mass voting on one day.
Spread it out.
I think the commission should be gazetting elections per region, so that we concentrate and have all resources and say today we are coming to Karamoja region. We are going to handle this. We are going to handle this district, this district, this district, this district. Verify the voters, put the manpower, and have a thorough election. Shift from there. But this thing of bringing people here
is a huge.
And then you are counting votes in the dark.
Somebody said they counted.
And then people start rioting for water.
At 3 a.m.
People start saying, you have kept us here, now we are hungry. Really, no. And all this is beginning at plot 13. There needs to be something. I'm sorry, most of those people are my colleagues and friends. I've known them for long. But no, I honestly believe the people superintending our elections in the party, they have outlived their usefulness. It is time we change, but also the change must come when it is informed. We must sit down and first reorganize the way we conduct elections in the party. Otherwise, it is a self-destructing element as we speak today.
Council, thank you very much. I'm going to get to Dr. Naboth.
Yes.
Something I think that also I'll throw to you is one where we have an entrepreneurs league, cancelled over some, the voting cancelled over some irregularities, but then somebody who calls out some of this thing, you're letting it continue. Somebody will look at this too and say, why the inconsistency? Okay, if somebody said money was spent here, money was spent the other side, but you're not cancelling this one, you're cancelling the other one, the irregularity will get there. But there are certain things that you said when it comes to the use of money in these elective, positions within the party. Where are we headed?
I think where we're heading is not the best way, and it is originating from what my elder brother talked about, integrity. The fact that you are buying me to vote you is an indication that you are actually telling me that there is something wrong.
Okay.
There is something wrong. Because by and large, if I stood before I say, you've known me for long, you know what I do, what I'm capable of doing, what I'm able to do, I need not to give you money. But the fact that I am coming to show you money, first and foremost, this is what these gentlemen and ladies are doing. They first studied the situation. A case in a point is, let me talk more about where I'm coming from.
Yes.
The special interest group, particularly a person with disability. 79% of persons with disability are poor.
79%?
Yes, they are poor. And they will tell you that close to 65, they are illiterate.
Yes.
Now, what are you going to do? Is to capitalize on that.
On the illiteracy.
Illiteracy and the poverty. By doing what? Coming with money. And therefore, they will not be interested on that will do things for them, but that has given them what they can survive on. And they have made their calculations right. And however good you are, however professor you are in management, however good in leadership you are, you will have no space among them. So, the best thing to do, we need to revisit our method of work. But also I recommend that in order to reduce all that, let us have a team of eminent persons that will select these people. We take it back from the members.
From that time, yes.
That way we'd have reduced this chaos of money. Because, I mean, I have seen one party doing it. We can boil a leaf.
You can. It doesn't hurt.
Yes. You sit at the, you can say at the regional level, we are going to select candidates. Present, come, make presentations. Then the team of eminent persons, according to these people's presentations, this one is better. He knows our party.
Yes.
That way, they will not consider the one with huge sums of money. Then, secondly, I can tell you this, 10 years from now, Uganda leadership will be in the hands of those people with some little money to spend, which does not guarantee leadership. It's not a guarantee that whoever has money,
yes,
is a good leader.
Because then one gets concerned is that now the leadership of a country is going to be people who are wealthy only.
Exactly. And that's why I'm saying, it's what I'm saying.
Yes.
It's not a guarantee.
It doesn't mean you're a good
that
leader.
having money guarantees you to be a good leader. It's not true. We have people with little financial muscles, but brilliant in human resource management, leadership. Short of that,
yes,
where we're heading, only God knows. And again, we don't say this because we hate our party. No. In Uganda, they have a proverb. Enswera ekwagala yegwa ku bwadyo. That a fly that loves you is the one that will land on your wound. You know what that means? A fly likes a rotten thing. Yeah. Meaning that if you see a fly coming on your wound, your wound is rotten. We don't say this because we hate our party. No. We actually love it. And we're saying there is a problem that must be addressed. And no one else that will address it apart from me and you. It will take two of us into tandem and ensure that our party is realigned to be perfect. It has been good before. Why all these things now?
The confusion and the chaos, yes.
Now, the biggest question that I would love the people in the leadership of this party pose is, where did the rain start beating us from?
Where did we go wrong?
Where did we go wrong? What can we do? And I also have a proposal. I know those people that have gone through will not give you the right information because they are protecting what they have.
To beat their chest and say,
how if we invited those people that did not go through and listen to them? They will tell you the lacunas, they will tell you the loopholes, they will tell you the challenges. Then you start from there. We'll have the great party that we've had before.
Wow. Thank you very much. And I know we start wrapping this up. Charles, your final thoughts on our conversation here, and can you link that to the general election?
By the way, people think we are in a general election.
Yeah, that
already
is basing on the fire on the ground. It's as if.
No. This is the rigging machine is organizing itself. The quarrels you hear are quarrels of evil minds that wanted to benefit from the rigging machine. It's not that it is a mass group with mass support. No, that's incorrect. What is correct is that it has an army, it's an armed group. That group you saw in Kororo is owned, is a property of an army. It's not them who own the army. You get So Mr. Museveni, who is the armed politician, is trying to build a legitimacy, a legitimacy of that civilian court, and he uses security and the army to build a mass. But the mass that he's constructing there has got its secondary interests, and there is no convergence. That's why some who wanted to benefit but are now not able to benefit question why people are investing billions. In the first place, they have the billions, and they did not get those billions legitimately. So if you hear Thomas Tayebwa question why someone should spend 5 billion shillings, but at the same time he's flagging the same person.
Get your question.
Yes. I've seen the benefits of lining up, because lining up gives you absolute control over that enslaved mass. Because that mass you saw there was not a free mass. That is why those who are instinctive, not conscious, the instinctive, that is the youth, the instinctive, because of their limited interests, rebelled. But when they were rebelling, they were asking for some money, 500,000 shillings. And that is very convenient for Mr. Museveni.
And you know, each was given 500,000, and they went back.
Tell them, you go and sleep.
Yes, you
he
come
just
back
promised.
next week.
He just promised. You see, you forget I used to get money from him for needy students.
Okay.
So I have operated with him at that age.
Yes.
And I remember there is when I also asked students on a promise. He promised, hey, the money by morning will be there, just tell them to go and sleep. And I told them, I've talked to the president and the money will be here by morning, go and sleep. And by morning it was there.
Colleagues, the money came. Colleagues, the money came.
Yes, after I've operated there, I've been in these systems. I know. I know how that system is controlled, how that population is controlled. So if where he has an interest, I know those who communicate. I've just even been meeting them today. There are some I met who are in those operations. It is very smooth. So the moment a signal is red that he doesn't want Kadaga, Kadaga will get zeros. There is something I want to study. I think probably by close of day tomorrow, I will have studied it. The results, the way they have come. Because if you have got the delegates conference of, you have results there, like in Katakwi, those districts.
No, I haven't yet received them.
You know, there are some that are on the net.
I'll get them.
Yes, the entire delegates conference is around 20,000. So that's an average of, if you have got 100 districts, okay, 200 districts, that's an average of how many? Yeah, almost 300. So I want to see how, because you helped us the other time when you compared the results of the woman flag bearer for the entire district vis-a-vis the constituency. Unfortunately, we have not been able to, other than the leagues, we have not been able to get voting at the national level. You see, most of them, they have withdrawn them.
Charles,
Yes.
I'm going to have to stop you here because
So no, you interest yourself in that. No, they can interest themselves in that.
Yeah.
Now let's add what Anita Among and Kadag have gotten, the total.
The total.
Vis-a-vis the attendance of the delegates conference.
Okay.
You will see there is a very serious mismatch.
Wonderful. Thank you. We are going to interest ourselves, and I will have an answer for you on that. Council, your final word. in about a minute because of our time.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I will just thank the listeners, the viewers for tuning in and watching us. And I also want to, one thing I noticed, Eki, in the politics of Uganda,
Yes.
the people with integrity, the people with some knowledge, with some exposure, and really with a dream or a passion for this country to do the right thing, have gone on the bylines. They are on the stand lines, they are on the sidelines. And so they have created a vacuum. And that vacuum is now being filled by anything. And I don't use this to demean anybody, but I want to tell you, Eki, our political space is 80% occupied by people whom you would not even give a position of food prefect.
That's correct.
Many people are aspiring for positions at a national level,
But
when actually they cannot even be made a family chairperson or a village chairperson. And I want to call upon Ugandans that this country is not going to survive if people are interested in self-preservation and leaving the affairs of the governance of this country to people who everybody clearly sees have no business seeking for these positions. But because of the vacuum, those are the people. And they are going to occupy these places, and you are going to make all these comments. You'll be who's in charge, who is doing what. But the issue, you forget that the problem began with you and me. Thank you so much.
thank you very much, Council. Doctor, we'll give you another chance another time, next time, to give a conclusion. But thank you very much, Dr. Naboth.
Welcome.
Thank you very much, Council Ronald Tugume. Thank you very much, Charles from Mushana. Our scripture is coming from 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 58. So, my dear brothers and sisters, be strong and immovable. Always work enthusiastically for the Lord, for you know that nothing you do for the Lord is ever useless. Father, we thank you for the conversation we have had. We thank you for the panelists we have had. We thank you for the elections that are going. Whoever has listened and is in a place of influence, may we do something about these elections and choose right. Lead us and guide us. Also lead our leaders, those that they've chosen, those that continue in the whole process. We pray that you'll have peace. We pray that you'll have wisdom to lead and guide your people, your sheep, in many ways. We thank you. May you protect us and keep us safe as we go. May we thrive in your presence. In Jesus' mighty name we've prayed.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much, my panelists. Thank you very much for our viewers. May God bless you and have a wonderful evening.
The truth, the lies, and politics. Informative, educative, and analytical. Getting to the real issues that affect an ordinary individual in areas of leadership, governance, social, and economy. The truth, the lies, and politics.